My name is Vincent Iannacona, and recently I experienced the most extraordinary event of my life, and probably of anybody's life. No, I have this silly beard on because people will probably think I'm nuts. You know what? I would think I was nuts if I didn't have this happen to me. Recently, my brain was basically imprinted with a message from the Creator. And from what I understand, this not only happened to me, but it happened to many people who speak different languages throughout the world. The Creator basically said that He has never been involved with people's lives, but He's at the point now, and I call Him a He. The Creator really is just a force, a power, if you will. It's not a human body. It's not a man or a woman. And He never communicated, never has communicated until now. And basically I was compelled, or I felt commanded, to let you know what the Creator has said. And I've entitled these different sections the Word of God. I call the Creator God because that's a universal name, but really He's not the God of the Christians or the Muslims or the God of the Jew or Confucius or the God of the East, Buddha, any of those, Krishna. This is basically, like I said, a force. Now, I'm probably the last person in the world who would believe this, because I'm really not a very religious person. And I guess I had my faith tested when I was fairly young. I think it was an episode, maybe when I was about 14, 15 years old. There was a really smart, you always have one smart kid in the neighborhood. We had this brilliant young man. And one day he said to me, when we were talking about religion and the Virgin Mary, he said, "There's no God." And I said, "What do you mean there's no God?" I got really upset with him because I had always been a religious child. Called him every kind of anti-Semitic name you can think of. Then I got to thinking, this is the same brilliant kid I've always known. Could he possibly be right? So I've always been very doubtful about this. And when I got this message from the Creator, like I said, I was compelled. So I want you, if you will, during the next several weeks, I'm going to put out little by little, I'm going to put out the entire Word of God, if you will. And pretty much is broken down into sections, or like chapters of a book would be broken down. God talks about heaven, hell, creation, equality, war. He talks about the future. He talks about the holy books. He talks about many, many areas. Like I said, 20 in all. He talks about abortion. He talks about the form of God. There are many sections, and they'll come out little by little. This is the true word of the Creator. Try and have an open mind. I know you'll be skeptical, because I would be skeptical. If I saw this myself, not knowing what I know, I say this is the most absurd thing I've ever heard of. And I think the first section will be posted. You'll hear the voice of God, the electronic voice of God. Because God, of course, does not talk to us. The Creator does not talk to us. He can, but He has no reason to. You have to understand that this Creator is not dealing with just us. There's the whole universe. There's the whole gamut of all worlds. We're really, when you look at it relatively, we're just a small little nothing. And each man is an insignificant part of a small nothing. So you can understand But we're at the point of time where the Creator has basically noticed that we're about to blow each other up. We're about to annihilate ourselves. And the Creator doesn't really want this because He created all life in the universe. And though He doesn't have an investment in your lives, basically, He does care. He does. The Creator says good will always overcome evil. The Creator says that no one group of people, no one nation, or no one alliance will ever totally monopolize or totally consume all the others, control, rule, take power over. There will always be checks and balances. Our history, our political science has taught us the balance of power. Well, that's true. That's basically a law of the Creator. There will always be balance. Of course, you have things that make the whole world unbalanced. You have tornadoes, earthquakes, volcanoes. This basically are pressure releases that the Creator has put in place because He's not there. And people do get hurt. There's no question about it. They're random. But the Creator never purposely goes about punishing people. He doesn't care. Basically, it's a sad fact. He doesn't care about what happens in your lives. He just set the laws of science in motion to make things happen right. He's given everything you need if you only would use it in abundance. But people are greedy and they take and they kill and they maim. And there's something happening now that's making the Creator stop. And now, pay attention, the Word of God on, and then you'll hear the different topics. There'll be 20 of them. Bear with us, and we'll get it all out. Thank you.